So Call of Duty announced today that they're not going to be releasing a game for 2023. And as far as we were aware, Modern Warfare 2 was supposed to be released in 2023, which by Modern Warfare 2, I mean Modern Warfare 2022, not Modern Warfare 2. If you know what I mean. I had a whole video on that. I'll leave like a information card at the top talking about that. But Modern Warfare 2 is supposed to come out this year, along with Warzone 2, which I never talked about on my channel, by the way, but apparently Warzone 2 was in the works as well. They announced that, like, completely announced that a little while ago, that they were working on that with no release day. So they had 2 games already planned, which I believe were supposed to come out this year. And I don't know if that means that they're not going to release anything this year, or if they're not going to release anything in 2023. Because when they say Call of Duty 2023 is not being released this year, or being released, does that mean in the year of 2023, or the game that's going to be released in 2022 and go through to 2023? So I'm honestly a little bit confused about the technicalities of the whole situation of whether or not it's going to be released this year, or not going to be released this year, or not going to be released next year, or if they're even going to release it within a decent time frame. From the sounds of it, it sounds like Activision actually wants to make a good game, which is weird. We haven't had a good game probably since Ghost, maybe Advanced Warfare, I want to say. Don't hate on me for saying Advanced Warfare, because I know that game was trash, but like that was like the last decent game that they came out with. Because like, yeah, it was a bad game, but at least they tried. After Advanced Warfare, they just kind of like didn't try at all anymore, and so I think that's kind of where we got into the whole Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019 era. Honestly, the newer games aren't even that bad either. They have a lot of issues, and I think a lot of people have acknowledged that they have issues, and Activision's making a move to actually improve on that by not releasing a game for 1 year, or maybe more. And so that kind of leads into the next part. What are they going to do in the years off? If Activision's not going to be releasing a new game, what are they going to do with the time off? Like, they got to make money somehow, right? Or are they just going to, like, legit not worry about it because Microsoft is buying them? I don't know. This is a really, really weird situation, because there's a couple ways that this can go, right? Either Microsoft has stepped in already and told them, hey, don't release any games because we don't want you ruining the Call of Duty franchise any more than you already have. Just like take your time, do something new, make sure the game is done right, make sure everything is like polished, and you know, they want to have like a Halo release, right? Because they've already released Halo Infinite, which is a super well polished game. It lacks a lot of content, which I hope all the Call of Duties that come out under Microsoft, I hope they like really go through and give a lot of content for those games, because Call of Duty has always been like a content-packed game, whereas Halo, people more so played for like the competitive aspect. Anyway, I'm getting kind of sidetracked right now. So basically, I could see it as either Microsoft told them like, hey, don't release anything and just like focus on making a good game, or it could be Activision being like, hey, we're already being bought out, it doesn't really matter. So maybe Activision's at the point where they're like, hey, you know, our stocks are already tanked, we're already being bought out by Microsoft, what's the point of making a game? Let's just like focus on making a good game so that our next release actually does good, so we don't have a Battlefield 2042 release or a Vanguard release. Because they're already being bought out by Microsoft, they might just not care about profits right now, because obviously Microsoft isn't a very profit-driven gaming company, because Microsoft doesn't really profit off of game sales. If game sales was their entire focus, they wouldn't have Game Pass, and they wouldn't have free-to-play games, they wouldn't have games with gold, they wouldn't have things like that. And like even Halo Infinite proves that they're not very, so maybe Activision has already caught on to that like, hey, they're not very game sales driven, they just want like good games for the community, and it doesn't really matter if we make a profit anymore because we're being bought out anyway, so maybe we just focus on making a good game and making Call of Duty good again. I don't know. I don't actually know what the situation is. So I don't even entirely know the whole situation about why they would choose to do this. But the thing is, at the same time, I don't think Activision is going to go like a full year or two without releasing a single game. I guess not necessarily Activision in general, but just like the Call of Duty side of Activision. I just can't see them going and not releasing anything, because I don't know. I can't see Activision just going and not being profitable or not like making any money for a couple of years. Because if I'm not mistaken, Activision is like the top grossing company right now, right? At least in the gaming industry. So if they have to release something just to keep income coming in, what would they do? It would be really cool to see them do like a Master Chief Collection. I've been saying this nonstop. Honestly, ever since Microsoft announced that they were going to be buying Activision, I've just nonstop wanted them to do this, but I really want to see them do a Master Chief Collection of just like or like something similar to the Master Chief Collection, but with all the Call of Duties from like COD 4 all the way to BO2, or Like, even throw Ghost in there. I'm fine with them throwing Ghost in there. I was hearing people say that they want to see, like, BO3 remastered as well, but I don't see the point in them remastering BO3 this early on. But I just think it would be so cool if they just do, like, something similar to the Master Chief Collection, where they do all the Call of Duties remastered, but again, this kind of falls into, like, the profit thing, where, like, is it worth putting all of them into one? Because they could remaster year by year for, like, the next, like, few years. Like, I don't know if they would do a World at War remastered, especially since all the World War II games aren't selling right now, but I could easily see them doing BO1, BO2, and Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and we already have MWR remastered, which I don't see them remastering that a second time, at least not anytime soon, because that came out in, what, 2015? Oh my god. It's been 6 years since MWR came out. Holy shit. I don't know. I still can't see them doing an MW remaster on the original Modern Warfare. At least not anytime soon, because they did one 6 years ago, which is kind of a long time ago now at this point. They could do it again. Along with it also being like over 6 years ago, they kind of flopped with that one because they ruined it with supply crate. Top of that, it'll just get confusing because there's already 3 different Modern Warfare games that are called Modern Warfare. I mean, MWR is Modern Warfare Remastered, but still, it comes up under Modern Warfare. I don't know. What would they even call Modern Warfare Remastered if they remastered it again? Would it be Modern Warfare Remastered, or Modern Warfare 10? Wait, when did it come out? Modern Warfare, the original release date for COD 4 was in 2007. So now I'm kind of like backtracking what I was thinking, and maybe they'll do another Modern Warfare remaster. And instead of calling it Modern Warfare Remastered, they'd probably just call it Modern Warfare 15-year anniversary or something like that. Oh my god, dude. There's so many options. But honestly, I don't think anybody really wants COD 4 remastered. Like, yeah, that's what started this whole golden era of Call of Duty, but I don't think anyone really cared that much for COD 4. And even when Modern Warfare Remastered came out and like everybody was still liking it, like before they actually like ruined it, people were still saying like, hey, when are we getting MW2 remastered? Or hey, when are we getting BO2 remastered? I don't think anybody like really cared for COD 4, and I'm sure Activision knows this, so I can't see them remastering it a second time. And honestly, I think if Activision is going to do any kind of remaster just to like keep income coming through, I honestly think that they'll start with either MW2. It's going to be an Infinity Ward year, so I could see them doing like a Infinity Ward game, and then like the year after, if they like decide, hey, we're gonna do one more year of like building the new CODs, then I could see them doing like BO1 or BO2, or like maybe they even like decide to do BO1 or BO2 this year, which if they do any, I would assume that they would skip BO1, because I don't know, man. This is where it gets so difficult, because like even from my standpoint, I don't know which one they would want to remaster. I am like 90% sure that they're going to end up doing a remaster. The thing is, I'm not entirely sure, like if Activision decides to do a remaster, I don't know which one they would want to do. I would assume it's going to be MW2, because they've already remastered the campaign. They have the assets. They've already like done the full remaster. All they have to really do is just make sure that all the like models and shit work with the multiplayer, and then add in their like customizable options or whatever the case may be that they want to put in there to make more money, and then they're really kind of set. So I'm like 90% sure that they're gonna do an MW2 multiplayer remaster release, and then maybe like bundle in the campaign with it, because I mean they already scammed us with the MW2 campaign only remaster. So I don't know, it's just so hard to tell like what Activision is trying to do here. And oh no, did you guys just see what I saw? Oh, there it is. Well, my night has been ruined, but I'm just gonna finish up what I was saying real quick. I don't know exactly what Activision has planned. I don't think anyone really does. I'm just like 90% sure at this point that Activision is set on doing some type of remastered. It just doesn't make sense. I can't see Activision being the company that just sits out on a year of income. They've been doing Call of Duties for like... Call of Duty has been a yearly release since 2005. So they've been doing this for fucking 17 years at this point, and then just randomly decide, hey, we're going to take a year off, and we're not going to do anything for revenue. Like, that just seems so odd to me. I can't see Activision doing that. And I'm like, at the point where I'm 90% sure they're going to do some kind of remastered. The question is which one?